What up, y'all?
We're doing a book haul,
Baby. We're not doing a book haul.
We have one
that's
filmed
a lie.
from like a year ago.
Nah, it's from like the beginning of the year.
Hello, Fire Lord, and Gunlanzo Lazo, and Ari Pa, and Elamar. What's up, mate? Mate. How do you say that in Australian accent?
You want them to write it in you want them to write it in an Australian accent?
Hello, Xanda.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good, Meek. Look, we're split again. We're in two separate things. You see the split?
I'm splitting up with you, mate.
You see the split?
Yeah.
Look here, I'm saying.
Yeah, I see it.
Can't do it.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
What up, y'all?
Yo, ill mad. Oops.
You know what I was able to watch this week? Prey. Yeah. You know how there's like Predator and Prey?
Oh, you watched that without me?
Yeah. You said it looked stupid. It's a Predator movie. Really?
I'm joking.
Would there ever be a Predator movie that you'd be like...
You should always ask.
I did. We saw the trailer. I was like, that looks pretty good. You're like,
Nah. More of a British thing. What's more British, my accent or mate? Matey? Is that Australian? Was it good?
It was alright.
It
was good for...
Like 3 out of 5?
Was it good for a Predator movie?
3 out of 5?
Yeah, it was fine.
Will you answer me and rate it?
For a Predator movie, it was like a 5. For a regular movie, it was like a 2.
Oh, okay.
But for like a movie, it was like a 3.
That makes no sense.
It made sense in my head when I was saying it quietly in my brain.
Meow. It's Friday.
It is Friday. I mean, it doesn't really mean anything. It's just another day of the week. That's all that means. Stop, Meek. Like you're crying because you want to do nothing. And it's like you do nothing for most of your life, so stop complaining. Occasionally we have to do some work.
I hate it.
You've been doing a lot of nothing for the last several months. So you need to stop complaining.
It's Saturday. It's not Saturday.
It's practically Saturday. We're 4 hours away from it being Saturday.
What are some classic movies that you haven't watched a lot?
I've never watched any of
For me, it's Fast and Furious, for example.
What is it, Godfather?
That's classic. I feel so old that you think Fast and Furious is a classic movie.
I think they're not classics, but they are old movies.
Like, I feel so old now.
I mean, you are old, Meek.
Who wins Kivox, Predator or Xenomorph?
I think the Predator. I would vote for Predator.
11:04 a.m. Saturday. Where the heck do you live?
Jesus. Obviously, like, what, 13? 14 hours?
No.
15 hours ahead of us?
12, 17. New Zealand.
The opposite side of the world.
Loved my accent then. I mean, I haven't watched a lot of classic movies. I can't think of one off the top of my
Godfather.
head.
Never watched The Godfather?
I've never watched that.
Never watched Little Women. Is that a movie?
Yeah, I never watched that either.
I never watched the musical one with all the big family and they're singing in the fields.
Oh, Sound of Music?
Never watched Sound of Music.
I did when I was a kid, but I don't remember it. The Godfather also not watched.
Most of the old movies, most old-timey movies, I have not watched.
Hello, Tony Diagnosis. Have a nice day. Original Mortal Kombat ?
I watched it. I freaking loved that movie when I was a kid. ?
I've never seen
it. It was so exciting and
Have you?
awesome. Rocky. I never watched Rocky either. It was so exciting when I was a kid. It was like, wow. And then he like does the the Kamehameha at the end and then knocks the guy into the dragon symbol thing. I was just like, yeah, that's cool.
Bought me a surprise present this week. And it was super cool because it was a puzzle and I love puzzles, but it's based on a movie I've never seen. So now I want to watch it. And that's a classic. It was like, I think it came out in like 1985.
Yeah. Isn't his name Shao Kahn or something like that?
I never saw When Harry Met Sally.
Never saw
I
that
have
either.
not seen Fight Club.
I saw Fight Club.
Your soul is mine, whatever the heck that means.
Your soul is mine.
Oh, Mortal Kombat.
How come when I say it like that,
It
now
just clicked.
you know what it was? I must have done a killer impression.
Gremlins? I have seen Gremlins.
I saw the first one, and I don't remember any of it. I have some of it.
I sort of remember parts. I remember Gizmo, and you can't feed them after midnight or get them wet or other.
I have a friend that he got like a hamster, and he named it Gizmo. I'm like, that's boring. You're stupid.
I had a dog that was named Gizmo, sort of.
Of course you would.
Never seen Citizen Kane. I feel like I should.
Me neither. Don't even know what it is.
I watched it when I was young.
Is it about a criminal?
No. And I think it's about the Holocaust or something.
Oh.
Or no. Correct me because I'm probably wrong. It's a very old movie that's in black and white, and the whole thing is only one thing in the movie has color, and it's like a red jacket or something. And it's very long and very old and supposed to be like, you know, everyone needs to watch it at some point in their life. My parents had me watch it when I was younger, and I remember nothing.
Yeah, I hate that about people when they're like, oh, you have to experience this in its original format.
Hello, Nancy Chen, by the way.
It's like anime. Yo, let me watch anime in my language that I understand. Don't make me read a book. If I'm going to read it, I might as well just read the light novel because the anime is not going to be as good as the light novel. You know what I'm saying? Mm. So, like...
Wow, Kivox bought a puzzle character development. He did, and it's from the Black Cauldron.
Tell him the truth.
Has anyone
Tell them the truth about me and how nice I am.
You are nice.
You heard it from her, and I only had to tell her to say it.
Has anyone seen the Black Cauldron, the old Disney movie?
No one's seen that. That's not even a real movie.
I know what you did last summer. I have seen
Never
that.
watched it, but I know who did it.
What about Ghostbusters 1984? I mean, is that the original? Because I've seen it.
I think it's the original. I think they would have said Ghostbusters 2, 1988. Well, I don't know when it came out.
Hello, Jessica Rose. It has been a while.
What up, dog?
Are you horror fans? Do you have Shudder? What the heck is Shudder? Clearly not. I don't hate horror movies.
I think Shudder is a streaming app that lets you watch scary stuff. I
have a love-hate relationship with horror movies. I feel like some of them are fun and kind of like,
there's no such thing as a horror movie.
To watch.
Like none of them are scary.
My favorite horror movies are ghost movies, like, and they have to be real ghosts, like not just like
Scooby-Doo style.
Yeah, stupid. Thanks. I got my hair done over a week ago, and she made it extremely purple, and it's finally kind of washed out most of the way to like a better color. You have the book of what? Oh my God, the Black Cauldron was one of my favorites when I was little. Really? So yeah, the puzzle that Kivox bought me was like, you know how they do the Disney villains? Like there's board games and then there's puzzles. So it's a Disney villains puzzle made by Ravensburger. Tell me you've seen the Karate Kid. Yeah, I mean, I feel like everyone's seen Karate Kid. I have seen that.
I've even seen the one of Jackie Chan.
Absolutely, ghost horror is the best to me. So, like, I think...
Also, I watched a bunch of Cobra Kai. I just didn't watch the latest season.
So, I feel like the most, like, influential ghost movie, not influential, but scary ghost movie I watched was ever was that Pantry, the ghost in the pantry or whatever it was. What was it? It was freaking creepy.
The backwards lady one?
No.
You know what's
the It was one like literally where the ghost was in the pantry. It was supposed to be based on like a true thing.
Never saw it.
Yes, you did. You watched it with me.
Then it must have not been that good.
It was scary and creepy because it was supposed to be real, like real footage. But I think it was more like a documentary thing about the ghost pantry ghost.
So it wasn't a horror movie.
But it was. Paranormal Activity, I actually really like those movies.
I like the first one.
I like the first.
That's it.
One or two. You know what was also really good and gets like no love anymore?
Hold on. Blair Witch.
Yes. How did you know me so well?
Because I agree.
Blair Witch was so freaking good.
Blair Witch was a phenomenon. It was it was like magic when it hit, you know, and it was great. And then they made a sequel that was really bad. But the latest one is okay.
The what?
The
Which
latest one? The latest Blair
Paranormal?
Witch.
Oh, Blair Witch. Did we see it?
Yes.
Oh.
And then we started watching it again, and then you were like, I was like, is this the same movie that we already watched?
I was like, we watched
this? And you were
this?
like, we watched this?
I kind of remember this. I still don't
It
remember
happened like
watching it.
a week ago. This is like
I'm just
a
saying, I still don't
weekend
remember
ago.
originally watching it.
The Ring is good, yes, and so is
Ring is really good.
well, Ringu or whatever. The
Ringu.
Japanese one I think is creepier, but
I would like to read the book that it was based off of. Why, have you read it?
Nah, I'm just saying.
I would like to read it.
It's like I already know what happens,
Screw you.
and I just feel like I don't feel like the books are not scary. Okay, for a couple of reasons, you can instantly just stop reading, and it takes away all of like the.
Or you could put it in the freezer.
Who does that?
Joey.
Oh,
From
got
Friends.
it. I forgot.
And then he was reading Little Women, remember? And Rachel's like, do you want to put it in the freezer? And he was like, because he was crying of someone dying.
So
Season 5 they're on of Cobra Kai. What?
Yeah.
Okay, we need to back up a little bit. Nowadays, horror movies just try to scare people by making them jump when stuff comes out of nowhere. To me, those aren't horror movies. They're like thrillers. They're like slashers, thrillers. Like that's not my type of genre. Like I don't really love that.
Well, horror is just a genre, and then all of these
very broad.
Yeah, it's just everything that's supposedly supposed to make you feel scared.
Gonzalo says, or asked, "Do you like Cobra Kai?" I never got to watching it.
I don't think it's a very good show. No, I wouldn't recommend it to anyone, but it's one of those like shows that
you had fun watching it.
Yeah, it's one of those shows that like you start watching and it's just like, okay, I get why
everyone
people
at my work loves it.
It's not good. Everyone at your work has terrible taste in life.
Not everyone.
It's not a good show, but if you watched Karate Kid when you were a kid, and it'll hit you, you know, where you're like, oh yeah, nostalgia. It has a nostalgia bug thing, but the acting is like, so it's not very good, especially from like the.
It's so funny how
kid
the two
actors.
main guys aged so differently. Like one looks still really young, and then the white dude just looks really old.
I think it's genes though. I think like his like more Spanishy.
He looks
genes
so young. It's shocking.
Like but I think he was also younger than him.
No, I think
the actor is younger than him.
I don't know. So
Daniel or whatever.
I have the first book that the Black Cauldron is based on. It's not a faithful adaptation. I'm a little leery. I didn't know it was based off of a book. I found this out the other day. I looked up the book. It didn't look that great, so I didn't buy it. And because, you know, money, I didn't feel like buying it.
I saw that you bought something.
What?
I don't know. I saw a thing on Discord where it just said, bought it. You said, like, T or somebody said something, and you were like, bought it.
Which Discord?
I don't know. One of the.
Oh, she showed me where to find.
You better not just be another cover for a book that you already freaking have.
No. I'm reading the second book in the Lightbringer, the Black Prism. I'm reading the second book, and I ordered it on Amazon like 2 weeks ago, and it still hadn't shipped. So she showed me where to get it on Book Depository, and it was actually cheaper than Amazon. So I bought that one, and I canceled the Amazon one. That's what I bought.
Bought it.
And it saved me like $3.
Bought it.
What's the occasion, Kivox? Did you buy the puzzle because you pissed if Meek?
Pissed her off? No, that wasn't it.
he just surprised me with a present. It was amazing.
And cookies.
I mean, you can't get better than puzzles and cookies.
And what did I get for it?
You got to hang out with my family.
I got to hang out with your family for 5 hours. And
you had fun.
I had fun. And I probably got yelled at when I got home for something I did wrong.
You didn't.
Like, did you sanitize? Did you
know.
water my plants?
Yeah. We have some good plants this year. Some good veggies.
You mean I got them? I watered them.
I thought that Blair Witch was real when I watched it in the theater. People were crying because it wasn't out yet. Thought it was staged. Dude, legit, when I was younger, I thought it was based on like true stuff.
I was young enough where my cousin told me that it was real.
And you believed it.
And I believed him. Yeah.
I did too. I thought it was done but then I tried realistically.
To figure out, I'm like, how did they get these tapes?
And I was like, I want to go there.
How did they find the tapes? Where were these tapes? How did they get the tapes?
Someone went into
Somebody
the house.
had to go there to get the tapes.
Maybe they went in the daytime.
And then I'm trying to figure out.
Wasn't she captured in the daytime? Or he?
Nobody was captured.
Yeah, they were. At the end, the camera flops. All right. I love the ring. I love the ring also. Season 5, yep. Okay, have you seen Jordan Peele's movies? His latest Nope is out, but it wasn't quite horror. We saw the first movie he did, right?
No, the second one. We never saw the one with the rich people
Boo.
that like kidnapped that kid.
No.
Or whatever.
What one did we see? It was
we saw the one with the
masked people.
Yeah, Us.
Yeah, it was all right. Yeah. We did not see the new one though. I would be willing to try it.
Not in theaters though.
No, heck no.
F no.
Cobra Kai is kind of comedy, but I did watch it.
Cobra Kai, like I feel like the best actors are the adults and the Spanish kid. I forgot his name. I think he's the best actor out of all the kids. The other kids suck. Granted, I'm not better than them at acting. They are much better than me, but I feel like they just don't have the experience. And like the weird angst. It's such an angsty show. It's like, ugh.
You want to know some of the best kid actors? Probably
Stranger
from that.
Things is pretty good. I think they're all pretty good.
That movie, the silent movie, they have to be quiet with the deaf girl and her brother.
I mean, you gotta, yeah, they're pretty good.
They're
The
good
second,
actors.
They're pretty good, but you gotta realize, like, I feel like she's more impressive than him because, like, he's just acting, like, he's not talking, right?
Ow!
But yeah, he's good. He's good. But I haven't seen him in like a talking role. I feel like being able to talk is a big part of it if you can talk.
Johnny was actually the good guy in the original Karate Kid. Look into it. Daniel took everything from him. I still don't think he was a good guy.
I mean, just because like you.
I mean, maybe he was justified. I don't know.
Yeah,
if that would make.
I mean,
good.
that doesn't make sense.
By the way, I got some exotic woods, and I'm so happy.
Nice.
When I see that a horror movie is based on true events, it automatically makes it scarier for me, and I've always ended up researching it. Me too. We end up like pausing, like when we ever watch things based on true stuff, we end up pausing it a lot and like looking stuff up. I tend to
the one with the Warrens. We looked that whole case up. That one was the worst one. The latest one,
it
wasn't terrible.
It was not good.
It just wasn't as good.
I don't know.
I think this is still my favorite horror, suspense, whatever is Haunting.
Haunting of Hill House.
Haunting of Hill House is still by far the best.
Bly Manor,
and then Bly Manor, I think, is second. This year we got to watch Bly Manor because last year
they're making a sequel of that one. I did not like.
Are you sure they're making? Are you sure they're making a sequel, or are they making?
I think it's a season 2.
Or are they making like another? Because like I heard that Bly Manor was going to be a sequel to Haunting on Hill House.
Yeah, but it wasn't like a season 2. It was a different show.
Okay, but what I'm saying is I thought that that's what I heard it was going to be, and then it ended up being a completely different thing.
Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong because that was my
that was your friend,
favorite
the directors that friend of yours.
What?
A friend of yours. What's the director of or the producer or whatever, the creator of Haunting on Hill House? What's his name?
Oh,
Mike Flanagan.
Flanagan, yeah.
Your buddy from high school.
No, GameStop.
Oh, GameStop. Sorry, he's the one with the Wolverine tattoo.
No,
damn it. I was just trying to guess.
That was Ed.
That was Ed. Yeah, I remember Ed.
But yeah, I think that's also why I kind of like watching true crime stuff now, because it just blows my mind that this stuff is real and people did these things. It's crazy to me. Update, I got the Ring doorbell camera and returned the other security system.
Cool.
Good
Who is
choice,
this? Who's this? Who's this?
LMR.
Nice.
I think you'll like it. We really like our Ring system.
Also, it's cheaper for your subscription. Like we pay $100 a year for the thing, and we can add as many cameras as we want. You know,
And
I'm not sure if there's a limit, but
like
we
I
have.
said, you could download.
We have how many
clips.
cameras do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 cameras right now.
No.
Okay, I'll let you count.
7, right? Including the indoor ones?
No, I'm not including the indoor ones.
So 7 with
7.
the indoor. But the indoor ones, we don't keep on all the time.
No, but I'm just saying.
Only when we're not home.
The subscription covers all of them. There are other companies like where you can add cameras, but you got to pay like a little bit more for each camera. You can do that with Ring. You can do individual cameras, but it gets to a point where it's just like you're paying $30 a year per camera. After 3 cameras, you might as well. We
were paying so much for ADT, and we didn't even have cameras.
But if you get the alarm system, it's definitely worth it because that covers the alarm thing as well.
Yeah. Miguel? I think that's Cobra Kai.
Oh, yeah, Miguel, yeah, the Spanish kid.
Did you hear the news about the Hogwarts
Is it racist
game?
if I say the Spanish kid?
No, because you're Spanish, basically.
Hey, I'm not Spanish.
You're Latin.
Latino, okay.
Did you hear the news about the Hogwarts game getting delayed?
No,
that's fine though.
I'm happy about it. Granted, I would like to play a game by the end of the year, but I'd rather have it be delayed a little bit and then be a better game.
Yeah, but I agree. I agree. Yep, coming out February now. I haven't watched Bly Manor or Hill House. Guess I'm missing out. I think they're just really well done for what they are. Yeah. Like, if you don't like ghost stories, you're not going to like them probably. I mean, maybe. They're really well done. The storytelling
stop talking about
is good.
it. Stop talking about it. If they haven't watched it, if you plan on watching it. No, I know, but you tend to say too much sometimes.
I like Bly Manor slightly less.
I like Bly Manor significantly less, but
it's still good.
Haunting on Hill House was so good.
This year we have to rewatch Bly Manor because we rewatched
already
Haunting.
Said that.
I'm gonna stab you.
I said that
with
about
my fingernail
5
again.
minutes ago. All right, I said that exact thing. I said we got to watch Bly Manor this year because we already watched the other one.
I don't think I understand the term campy, but they said, is Hill House actually scary or campy? It's creepy.
It
has creepy moments.
It is not campy at all. It's more of like a suspense and like the way that they unfold the story for you. I think Haunting on Hill House does it like masterfully.
Should we tell them the thing to look out for?
No.
Okay.
Watch the whole movie. Watch the thing this week and then come back and talk about it with us next week. All right?
No season 2. He's just making a new show. Oh, thank God.
That's what I thought. I mean, I saw it
on like Twitter though, and I was like, no, I don't like that one. I thought that whole freaking show was so boring.
Dude, that show had so many good opportunities, but there was way too many monologues
and way too much religious stuff, which
the religious stuff, you needed the religious stuff in it. It was the genre. It was the stuff.
What was it called?
It was the story that Midnight Mass.
Yeah.
It was like the story needed the religion. Like, I appreciate all the religious stuff, but I think there was a lot of talking that could have been reduced down to like
a minute.
The show could have been 6 episodes instead of like the 10 that it was or whatever. Let's say it was 10, it could have been 6, and it would have told the same story, but more because there wasn't as much, I feel like, to the story, because like Haunting on Hill House tells like a family story and there's like 6 of them or something, and kind of each episode focuses on one of them. This one was just like they didn't like all the different characters didn't matter as much, I feel like.
Every time I think of Haunting of Hill House, I'm just like, that was so good.
It really was.
So good. We did watch the new Thor, enjoyed it. Hello, RSB. So LMR bought 3 cameras and the alarm.
Cool.
Awesome.
Cool.
The new show is an adaptation of the movie The Fall of House of Usher. What? I've never heard of that movie. I have to now look it up, meaning Kivox.
Is it a movie?
The Fall of...
Or is it a book?
House of Usher. Bro.
Nobody can hear that, Meek. I don't think.
Oh, it's Edgar Allan Poe, huh? No, thanks. I won't read it.
Yeah, no.
It's written way
from
too old
1839.
What's it about? Let's see. Grotesque and arabesque. Arabesque? That's a ballet thing. Story begins with the unnamed narrator arriving at the house of his friend Roderick Usher, having received a letter from him in a distant part of the country complaining of an illness and asking for his help. As he arrives, the narrator notices a thin crack extending from the roof down the front of the house and into the adjacent tarn or lake. It is revealed. Wait, I don't want to read the rest. I don't want to read what was revealed.
Yeah, because this
interesting premise.
I'm just glad that I wasn't listening because I have no idea what you said. I was reading this here. Those things spoil. Like that was going to tell you the whole story of the book.
That's why I stopped reading after it reveals something. So yeah, sounds interesting so far. I probably have this because I have like the entire works of Edgar Allan Poe, but it takes so much brain power to read his stuff that I think that
like here's the thing. Midnight Mass was a really cool idea, and I didn't hate the idea of it. I just think there were so many moments in it that
executed.
There were so many moments in it that were like really slow.
Agreed.
And like
the idea was good.
Repetitive, I feel like in some ways.
Very.
The story itself, like if you take like the points of the story, they were cool. The idea of that priest guy and like all the stuff, like that was really cool. There was a lot of really cool parts to it. Like it was very original too. I feel like it and like the fact that it was a secluded island, like little town that's like just in an island, was really cool. So there was a lot to it that I liked.
Okay, I'll watch it this week. Said Gonzalo.
Nice.
Gonzalo, I would say pay attention. He did the thing I told him.
Yeah, you just gotta not tell people.
It's so cool when you notice it yourself.
Maybe they don't read it. Don't read Tony's thing.
Diagnosis. We can hide it.
Oh yeah, let's hide it.
Sorry, Tony, but I was gonna say that, and then he told me not to.
Hide. I'm gonna just remove it.
Do you guys watch scripted shows based on true crime? I'm watching The Girl from Plainville. Plainville? There's a Plainville in Connecticut. I don't usually, not that I wouldn't, but I basically watch one YouTube channel called That Chapter, and that's the only true crime that I really
But it's
watch.
not a show based off of a true crime thing.
I've watched a couple of documentary type things. Like I watched the one on that guy that like killed.
That's not
his
what
children.
they're asking. I think they're asking about like a fake show based off of a thing.
Oh no, I don't watch.
Isn't that what they said?
Maybe, yeah.
Do you watch scripted shows based off of
no, I've
true
never
crime?
seen that.
I'm not a fan of the shows that like do like single little stories. Like one episode will be like this story, the next episode will be a completely different story. Like I don't like that. My reason is that like payoff is my favorite thing in stories, and like build up, like and even video games, right? I hate video games that you just have like you have like let's say something like, what's that one? Fortnite, right? Where you load up your character, you play through like a 15, 20 minute, 10 minute, 5 minute session. You gain like some credits or whatever you want to call it, coins or whatever to buy stuff after. But then when you start over, you basically start from scratch. Every time you start from scratch. So I feel like a show that's like episodic like that, where the first episode is one story, the next episode is another story. It's like I'm just starting over every single time. And like that's not my favorite part of a show. My favorite part of the show is not starting it and trying to understand what the hell is happening, right? Like that's why I like big book series that are cool. I tend to stay away from ones that I know are like one single book that's really long because it's usually just like super boring. Like Prism.
Excuse me.
That Prism book was just like, oh, this is such a drag.
I liked it. Tony, I'll make sure to do so.
Yeah, and there's that new series.
He saw it. He saw the comment that we deleted. Have you guys seen The Changeling, George C. Scott, 1980? Awesome.
No.
I'm going to say no.
No.
What's your favorite Poe story? I love Telltale Heart and the Something in the Pendulum. I don't think that's what it is. I've read maybe like, I read The Black Cat, Telltale Heart. I read all like the famous ones, like The Raven.
Yeah, at school and
Telltale
stuff. We read that
Heart
at school.
It's good. I like it. I don't know if I have a favorite Poe. I feel like I haven't read enough. And I feel like I'm probably forgetting about some that I have read. This one is a mini series. American Horror Story Season 3 Coven was a standout season.
You think so? I think Coven was fine. It was good.
I still think 1 was my favorite.
I think 2 was my favorite. Was
2?
Was
the
Asylum?
Asylum
I think Asylum was my favorite. But now there's a new American Horror Story that's like exactly what I was just talking about, where it's episodic and every episode is a different little story, which is just like, it's probably fine, but it's like, I like to invest my time into a story and like, you know, see what happens. Like Friends, take Friends, for example. Like we invested all those seasons and there was just like there's a payoff, you know? Even though Friends isn't even like a deep story, it's just like the life of some people, you know? But like it was still a payoff.
Nancy clearly disagrees with us because they said, "Oh, that season got me into American Horror Story."
It wasn't a bad season.
Hello, Jennifer.
Did you watch the first 2?
The Killing is a good fictional crime show that you might like, Kivox, because the whole season is based on solving one crime.
I started watching Star Wars Visions.
Did you even listen to me?
Visions. And is it Visions? Is that what it says?
Yeah.
And we stopped after like the 3rd one. She doesn't even remember watching any of them. And she bought the samurai book with the samurai Jedi guy. And it was so weird because I was just like, Meek, we watched like a thing with this character. And she's like, what? No, we didn't. And I'm like, yes, we did. We watched like a whole 20-minute long episode. But no, I don't like it.
I loved the first season of American Horror Story, but I could never finish the one with the hotel and Lady Gaga. Just never caught my interest.
That's what we stopped on.
I feel like American Horror Story, we do this a lot, though, where we start and stop and start and stop, and it's like, we'll pick it back up and then stop again. That one, though, the hotel one is just way too much sex. It's too much. Like, I don't want to watch that stuff.
What's weird about it, too, is that, like, we watch the first half of a season. The second half of a season and the first half of a new season. Then we stop for, like, 2 years. Then we watched the rest of that season that we left off on. I don't
remember us ever doing that.
We did it with the Freak Show.
Tony wrote, Freak Show was fun. Don't watch the new one.
Freak Show I
felt like it was good
at the beginning. And then it like got really dumb. Like I feel like they didn't know what to do with it toward the middle. Yeah. They started introducing new bad guys, like new villains that were just didn't feel earned. And it was just weird. It's like they changed the showrunner or something. I don't know what happened to that show, but like it got weird. Like right at the end, it was like 75% of the show, through the show, and it was just
where
like
they were going with the whole Dandy storyline was cool. Like, and if he had just been like the main bad
or that
guy,
clown,
basically.
there was that. Remember that clown?
Yeah, randomly, and then
and then they were just like, no. It was weird. And then, but I'm saying, Xander. like right at the end, they added in like another like antagonist. Like at the end, it was so weird. I know you don't remember who.
Didn't like season 1 of American Horror Story, but did like Asylum and Freak Show. Hotel kind of sucked, and I didn't finish it.
I like that they do different things though. Like I think it's smart to do that with shows. Like don't just do the same thing and continue it, because there's a lot of shows that like you watch season to season and it's just like all of those like Buffy, Angel, Supernatural. It's just like it just rinse and repeat. It's just they just keep reusing the same ideas. I mean, doesn't Supernatural have like 40 seasons?
I don't know how many. I've never seen a single episode.
It's 2 digits. I know that much. I'm pretty sure. I'm sure somebody here watches.
I liked 1984 because I liked the slasher genre. So I'm guessing in 1984 there were a lot of slasher movies.
I hate slasher movies.
Slashers.
I just don't think they're scary.
Freak Show beginning, awesome. Asylum to me was the best season. I just loved Jessica Lange on American Horror Story. I was disappointed when she left. I don't know who that is. I'd have to look that up.
You know what was
Is she the blonde girl?
I think she was the main character that got put into the asylum. I'm assuming that's who it was.
We'd have to look it up.
I know who it is.
Wasn't the clown supposed to be John Wayne Gacy? What? I don't really know anything about John Wayne Gacy or that. Oh, American Horror Story season 1984. I forgot they had a season called that.
Yeah, I knew that what they were talking about.
I did not.
I'm sorry.
I love Supernatural, 15 seasons, but there are a lot of bad episodes. The good ones make up for it, though. I really just kept with it because I loved the main character. Supernatural had 15 seasons. 1 through 5 were the best. That was LMR.
That's what I'm saying. I'm sure that 1 through 5 were probably.
The neighbor in season 1. Hell, I don't remember.
I'm sure that season one. The lady, the blonde lady. You're right. If it's her,
the older lady.
Oh, she played the nun. I was
thinking the young
lady. She played the nun in
her
in the
asylum.
The asylum, I think. Yeah, and then she also played the neighbor in the first one.
I don't remember
with the daughter that had Down syndrome. Mm-hmm. Remember?
I remember the daughter.
And then she played. She was in
the Coven too.
Yeah, and she played the lady without legs in Freak Show.
We are thinking of two completely different people.
Well, the blonde lady.
The older blonde lady, Elsa.
Yes. Isn't that what they just said?
The younger priest lady, or not priest, the younger nun lady.
Well, she's not the one that I was thinking of. I was thinking of the one that got put into it.
She's good and everything, but I feel like.
You know, it was good. A decent show. What was that one we watched on Hulu? With the kid that was found in the prison. All right, with the kid that plays Pennywise. The actor that plays Pennywise. Oh my God. Something Creek? No.
Castle Rock.
Crystal.
Castle Rock.
Is it Castle Rock or is it Crystal Rock?
Know. Someone said
Crystal.
No, it's Castle Rock.
Is that what it's called?
That one was like 2 seasons too, but they were
different.
Weirdly.
Yeah, they were.
I enjoyed Apocalypse. I didn't realize the fandom didn't until I finished it.
I think I liked the first season better, but I liked where the second season went, but it had some weird stuff toward the end too. But remember her?
Yeah.
Remember at the end?
Yes.
Do you remember what, like the very end?
Yes.
With the book?
Yes.
Okay. That was my favorite. When that happened, I was just like, okay.
Because it's based on Stephen King's works. We did watch Black Mirror. The Gonzalez said, I love the concept of that show. Some of them are good, some of them not.
Yeah,
so good.
It's one of those shows that has that thing though. But it's done well enough where I can watch it. But it has that same problem.
Too weird.
It has that same problem though, where it's just like. But I like that it's all in the same. It seems like it's all in the same world. So sometimes they'll revisit like ideas, right? Like the little eye thingies, the contacts that record stuff and all that. I like that they revisit, and I'm pretty sure it's all in the same world. It's just you know what I want to watch? That Love Robots and Snakes.
I don't know anything about what it's about.
I don't either, but I think it's another one of those episodic things where it's just like different stuff. You know what? Has anybody watched Sandman yet? Is that what it's called? Because I want to watch that, and it's on Netflix, and it's like the #1 show right now on Netflix, and I want to check it out. I have no idea what it's about. I know nothing about it. I haven't seen a trailer for it. I saw a picture.
We've never read the book either. Is it a book or a comic?
I mean, I'm going to watch it, so don't tell me anything about it. I don't need to know anything about it, so don't write anything.
So, okay, wait, time out. I can't wait for next season, but I don't know what they're talking about.
It is based off a graphic novel. Okay. But
Not sure if it's my TV, but the picture looks like SD compared to my phone.
What happened?
I guess we look like standard def.
Oh, we're probably like only 720p because I think that's all that they allow us to stream at. Maybe it's 1080.
I loved Sandman. Watch it now. Jennifer said, yes, I watched the Sandman. Nancy said, I read the Sandman graphic novels in college. Haven't seen the show yet. I'm afraid to watch it.
It's a graphic novel.
Because wasn't that show that you really liked from Neil Gaiman that I didn't like very much? That Angel Demon one.
Excuse me? What did you say? The one with David Tennant?
Yeah, it wasn't that great.
Excuse me, that show was great.
Was that Neil Gaiman?
I don't know, but it was super fun and it was different, and I loved the characters in that show.
So
it wasn't like a standout
like
crazy
Coraline, show. And then like that Shooting Star book, which I can't remember, Stardust. I think Neil Gaiman is way overrated, and I'm going into Sandman with very low expectations, so maybe it'll blow me away. But pretty much everything I've ever watched written by him, I don't like.
Have you read any of his books?
Good Omens, yes. No, I have one, and I've been avoiding it. What's your thoughts on House of Dragon? Is it worth getting HBO Max? We haven't seen it yet.
It's comes out next week, I think, the 21st. He plays Pennywise, by the way. Can you tell?
I don't know who he is.
He's the kid from Castle Rock.
Oh, I don't remember him at all. He's got a very not.
He's the one that was found
memorable
in the cage.
Face.
He was the one that was in the prison.
Did you hear that HBO is getting rid of Harry Potter movies? No, why?
Who cares?
Watch Sandman this week so we could talk about it Friday. Spoiler-free discussion.
Most of the things that we talk about on here are spoiler-free, like usually when we're talking about stuff.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever watched or read anything.
Oh my God. So?
That I've liked by him.
So? What if you would, like, most of the things that you watch, you don't even know who made the story. Think about that. And you still watch it. That doesn't mean anything.
What do you mean, who cares, Kivox?
Oh, about the Harry Potter movies. Like, who cares if we've all watched them.
And we own them.
And we probably all own them in some form. Also, read the books. They're way better. If you want a real, like, Harry Potter experience, the books are still the best way to go. The movies are fine. Why are they getting rid of
them? I know that HBO is getting rid of quite a lot of things.
Right? HBO is there's some sort of like overhaul going on with them right now.
They're being bought out or something.
They're combining streaming service with Discovery or something like that. Yeah. And we don't know what's going to happen right now. It seems like it's going to kind of be in limbo. I don't think we're going to be getting movies anymore like day one on that, which really sucks. They've still been kind of doing it. I think I'm okay with them releasing the movie on there 45 days later. That's totally cool. I will keep it for that. If they keep it
just because we watch a lot of stuff.
But the problem is if they stop doing like original series and stuff.
Yeah.
We kind of don't know. But I am excited about the DC stuff because they announced a bunch of stuff basically saying like, hey, we're gonna try to take a book from Marvel or a page from Marvel's book. Which it seems like everybody else before, like DC always seemed to be like, oh, we don't need to do what Marvel does. We could do our own thing. We'll just figure it out by ourselves. And it's just like
redo the same story.
Obviously,
over
that doesn't work though, because they've been making a bunch of crap movies forever. So it seems like I think they, like we talked about before, they canceled the Batgirl movie, which was already filmed. Which okay, look, if they're gonna do that, I'm cool with it. You know why? Because that means that they're serious about trying to create a cohesive story that we can actually say, hey, this is the DC universe, the DC cinematic universe. Hopefully it's good, I think that's the big thing is continuity. They don't have any continuity or like real like people knowing what the story, like they don't have a Feige, you know what I mean? From Marvel. Kevin Feige, the guy in charge. He's always wears a hat. He's a white guy.
Okay.
A white guy
I don't know what he looks like.
Guy with a hat.
Anyway, they get rid of them and then add them again. The movies are also on Peacock. I refuse to subscribe to that. Like, I have so many subscriptions and they don't offer anything new that I need for that. Okay, I've seen that guy.
Hat.
All right, I get your point. I'm reading.
Hat. I don't think he ever doesn't wear no hat. That's why he doesn't wear a hat, or he wears a hat.
No more 45 days after. The books are better, but the more people who hate Harry Potter, the more damage the franchise takes. So what are you trying to say? I don't know your stance on this. If you think more people should hate it or you don't.
If I start balding, convince me to just shave my head.
Okay, like my daddy
like
did.
your dad, so I could look like your dad, and I'll grow my beard out.
No.
Meek, The hair migrates.
Have you watched Young Justice?
I watched the first 2 seasons that were out originally. Never watched the new season.
Peacock comes free with Xfinity. We don't have Xfinity.
I
would like to have Xfinity.
It doesn't come free with Xfinity. You're
you probably
paying
have to have
for
cable or something.
Xfinity is cable.
I thought Xfinity was internet and cable.
Cable.
Because like
it's cable internet.
Yeah. Well, I thought my sister has Xfinity internet. No, she has Comcast.
But my point is it's included in there, bud. You're not making out by doing that.
Plus, like, they don't do anything original that I know of.
I got a call the other day.
I think the people who hate it are idiots. Got you. I agree. Like the guy at Barnes and Noble.
Oh my God, it was so ridiculous.
What did you call him? Oh, I remember now.
Was it bad?
A walking contradiction.
Oh yeah. Wait. Why? Oh yeah, you're right. This guy like was just like this big like.
He wasn't old.
No, not old. He was like our age, right? He was like this big guy, like I don't know, probably a good 300-pound guy, right? Big old beard, like messy hair. Looked like kind of like a tough guy. And
he looked like he lived and like he never left his house, basically. Like,
yeah,
he looked very
yeah.
scrubby.
Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. But we get to the point. We're looking at like the Harry Potter section at Barnes and Noble because we're wanting to see if there's any like cool toys or anything like that, and what kind of books. Because sometimes they have like some weird books there, like picture books and stuff. And then he said something like, "Oh, you shouldn't read Harry Potter," but he had like the most feminine voice.
It wasn't even just feminine; it was so high pitched.
It was very high pitched, and I was just like, what just happened? I was like so like shocked at what happened.
But we were just like shell shocked that he like just walked by us.
Yeah.
He was just
and he had to be sassy.
Yeah, he's like, you shouldn't read Harry Potter. It's like,
okay,
well, mind your own business.
You should take a shower.
I think the people. Okay, no, I read that. I think you guys are reading Upgrade this month, right? I'm reading it right now.
I finished it today.
Tonight. Have you started?
I finished it today.
Yes, that is what we're reading. I haven't started it yet. I started reading a book. That was my wrapped book. I don't think. Are we even doing a TBR this month? It's already the middle of the month. I don't know what to do.
Oh no, I mean, I don't. How
did you not verbally crush him, Kivox?
I don't like
I think
arguing.
we were too shell shocked to say or do anything at the time. We literally just looked at each other like, did that just happen?
But like when I'm in public and like people argue,
no, we're just quiet.
Like I'll just let them like tell me about this. Why? If he had like stopped, I would have been like, wait, why? Why shouldn't I? Tell me why. Even though I know
he did not say that to his face. We didn't say anything.
I know his reason, like why he thinks that we shouldn't enjoy a book that has a really good story. But I would have loved to hear him explain to me and like just hear like, because people are just dumb. It's like if I found out like the person that invented bread did something terrible. Killed the baby
at some point.
I would be like, I still really like bread, dude. Like, bread is delicious. Like, you want me to stop eating bread because of what somebody did or said or because it offended you? I don't think so. I'm gonna enjoy my bread.
People are like, oh, there's so many hidden things in Harry Potter that are bad, and it's like, whatever, dude. When I read Harry Potter, I didn't see any racist things. I didn't see any like, sexist.
Mick, it's not what you saw. It's what you didn't see. Okay?
To me, it's not.
It's what you didn't see.
If that stuff is in there, it's not glaringly obvious. Like, the story was a story. It was meant for entertainment. And I feel like not everything has to have inclusivity of every shape and size in order for it to be good. And that's the problem with books nowadays, is they feel they have to cram everything into it, and then it just takes away the genuine nature of it. I'll stop now. So good, I get it. You're right. I don't know, probably something you said. Because I think
just like our situation about or maybe the bread thing. Harry Potter and bread.
It's just like the story itself doesn't have that kind of stuff in it. Like it doesn't have her opinions in it. So if that's her opinion, then yeah, it sucks that she feels that way. But the books don't have that in it. Nowhere in the book does it say like what she said. So like, why hate the book? So
people are dumb.
Rank the Assassin's Creed games. We haven't played them all, but Pirates one is number 1.
Pirates, yeah. Assassin's Creed 4, I think it was, is number 1.
We 100%.
And then I like the Ezio and Altair trilogy. Those were good. 1, 2, and 3. I didn't like any of the latest ones, and I didn't play the Spartan one. I played the Viking one. It was just so buggy. The world felt very flat too. It was weird, even though it wasn't. It felt flat in the sea when you go to like the water stuff. I don't know. So it was weird. Done. That's it. That's all I got for the Assassins. I really hope that other game that's coming out later that you play that girl that like gets transported from the world. It's an isekai. That gets transported from like our world to like some fantasy magic world, and it looks very infamous.
It's a game?
Yeah. I forgot what it's called though, but it looks like very infamous-y.
No.
You know, like it just
Forspoken.
Yes, dude, you're on point. Or whoever that looks good. It visually looks really good. I don't know if it's gonna be good.
That dialogue was funny.
Which one? In the game? Or me?
Maybe you trying to rank the games.
Or me just trying to remember what the name of that game was. I'm really bad with game names. Really bad. Really.
It's cold.
No, it's not. By the way, I turned down the air last night for you, and I was dying. I woke up sweaty.
I woke up fine.
Not the air. I turned down the fan.
People were making fun of the dialogue in the game on Twitter.
Oh, who cares? It's a video game. Dialogue doesn't always have to be perfect. I mean, look at...
You can't all be Last of Us.
No, look at what's it called?
I can't believe my sister
game.
Didn't like Last of Us. Get out.
Yeah, she's being one of those people.
It was a masterpiece.
Yeah, it was great. Both of them were great.
Dude, the second one though, so good.
The first one was really good.
So good.
The first one was really good. The second one I really liked because I didn't want to have to play as what's her face, and then I ended up playing as her. It was good.
Crazy.
They did a good job. It's a good. It would have made it. It would have.
That's me being the dog.
It was a good game. Aren't they making a movie?
Yeah.
That's gonna be weird.
Yeah, why do they have to ruin everything that's good?
I hope they at least stay true to...
Did Uncharted do bad? I don't remember hearing anything about
Nobody
it.
cared about Uncharted. Everybody just nobody watched it. The only reason probably people watched it is because it was called Uncharted and it had Spider-Man in it.
It's an HBO Max show.
Okay.
What is?
Hey, Last of Us.
Oh.
It may be good. It may be good.
Nope, it didn't do bad. It didn't. I don't remember hearing anyone talk about it. Just
because it made money doesn't mean that it didn't do bad.
True.
Because no one, even on here, I think, talked about it. None of you guys were like, "Oh, did you watch Uncharted?" Maybe you did, but it was just like, nope, it looks bad.
No one asked us if we saw it, which usually means like no one cared enough about it to bring it up.
At least you guys. The 5 of you, maybe 3 that are here right now. Maybe just Tony.
Spooky Tony Tofu.
Spooky Tony Tofu. Oh, guys. It's late.
I don't know about that. Which one?
Did you watch it and did you like
first? It? Hill House or Bly Manor?
Hill House.
You don't have to watch either one first.
They're
technically.
They're not connected.
They're not connected at all. But Hill House came out first, so I'm voting that.
Yeah, I think you should watch it in order. And then after you watch those 3, watch Midnight Mass. But understand
those 3
or those 2, then watch Midnight Mass, which is the third show by the same
Uncharted
person.
is already on Netflix. That's bad.
No, it's not.
I feel like it just came out.
I don't think so. Movie. Let's see when this came out.
February 18th.
Yeah, that's a long time.
5 months is not that long.
Yes,
From
it is.
Theaters to Netflix.
Okay, Batman came out same day. Didn't it?
No.
I thought it did. No, I'm saying
after.
it came out the same day in theaters.
Oh, yes.
Didn't it? As it did on HBO.
That was like an HBO thing, not a Netflix
thing.
He has a new show coming out in October called Midnight Society, I think. The Midnight Club. Who does? God.
The Midnight Society, isn't that, what's it called?
Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Are Afraid of the Dark, right? Midnight Society show. That's Are You Afraid of the Dark? What's his name? What's his name? Frank? Mike
Flanagan?
Mike Flanagan.
The Midnight Club.
The Midnight Club.
They got the name wrong.
Okay. Well, they said club, didn't they?
Yeah. Secondly, yes.
Secondly.
What's it about?
Midnight
that's
Club.
the one they told us about, right? Based on whatever.
Oh, is this it? Is this the one based off of
I don't know, actually.
Wow,
the dog is making some weird noises.
She's going ham. October.
What's it about?
Is this What's Her Face? No, right? No, it's it. Oh, that's that lady. Oh, it looks like, okay, so at least it's the same. It's a lot of the same, some of the same actors, it looks like.
Is Ravi in it?
Well, that was like his first.
Kohli.
That was his first thing. I doubt it. Oh, he's in it though. Remember him?
Great.
It was just the lines, Meek. He did a good job acting. All the actors were good, especially the priest guy was really good. He was really good. He was like the best performance, I think, in that whole show. Who was the best performance then?
I don't know.
If you can't tell me that somebody else was better, then you can't.
I don't feel like fighting
exactly.
with you.
Get out. All right, I'm excited about this. This may be cool.
I want to know what it's about.
It looks like it's about. Who cares?
Me.
Wouldn't it be better to not know what it's about and go in and watch
That's
it?
how I went into Midnight Mass and look how that.
And how did you go into Bly Manor?
Knowing it was a ghost show.
And how did you go into Haunting on Hill House?
Knowing it was a ghost movie.
That's it.
Show.
Expect some ghosts.
Nah, this isn't gonna be ghosts.
It's called Midnight, Meek. It has the word midnight in it. That means that there has to be some sort of all of his stuff has supernatural stuff. There's a trailer. Did you want to watch the trailer? I kind of don't want to watch the trailer.
I really like that show.
I really like it too. I don't want to watch the trailer because it's going to spoil it.
You're annoying.
Why am I annoying?
Because you're yelling at me.
Because you want to ruin the show for yourself?
Yeah. You know I'll forget in 2 seconds.
No, you won't.
And you won't.
And I won't. So therefore, I don't want to watch it.
When does that Andor thing come out?
I don't know. Who cares? I don't really trust it to be good. Oh, there's a Sandman. I don't know. I clicked on something and it didn't bring me to where I wanted, so I unclicked on it.
Beam, 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 beam,
all right, we're going to go now. It's time to go. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys. That was fun. Watch those shows, whoever we talked to before. I don't remember who it was.
Hill House.
And watch Hill House. Was it Gonzalo?
Yeah, I think Gonzalo and someone else.
Hill House. Just watch Hill House. You don't have to watch both. Just watch Hill House. It's good.
Andor was delayed. It's cold in here. No, it's not. Yes, it is.
Like, why do you constantly have to tell people how you the
I have
temperature
to talk about
is?
me not being comfortable.
Why?
Because I do.
Nobody cares.
Goodbye.
Nobody cares. Especially me. Bye. Stupid.